Hello everyone. Picking up where I left off in Doki Outcast. Alright, let's see. Can't remember where I left off. It's been a few days. We just had a heartfelt conversation with Yuri. I remember now. Yeah, she confessed to having a relapse not just have a relapse, like she was thinking of killing herself. Hopefully she's going to actually get therapy and get better, and it's going to be a happy story. We'll see. I mean, there's also foreshadowing that this is going to be a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, because he keeps saying things like, I can't live without you, and stuff, and... Oh, well, let's see how it goes. A few days have passed. I've been taking Yuri to therapy to discuss her cutting. Whoa! Yay! Go MC! Do the therapy thing. She's already shy enough as it is. I had to convince her to talk to her therapist. It's been very difficult for her. She recently told her father about it as well. We all had a discussion over the phone. He even cried during our conversation. He blamed himself for it, even though Yuri admitted that it wasn't his fault. Yuri told him that she's doing fine, and she was sorry for not telling him. Even though he was worried beyond belief, I've informed him that I'd be watching over Yuri while he was gone. He thanked me and said that he would be home from his trip as soon as possible. I'm glad that Yuri built up the courage to tell him. Yuri said that she was going to tell the girls as well. I can only imagine how they'll take it. Yeah. Oh. We sit the girls down and we discuss her cutting. As we talk, each of the girls start tearing up. That's we get a look at the girls. She glances in my direction as if to say she is sorry. Can't blame her though. We never told them. It's easy to assume that I was just being paranoid, but now that the word is out, they're all in utter shock. I felt the exact same way when she first told me, and hearing Yuri explain it again is still just as heartbreaking. She finally finishes telling them. Yuri, we had no idea. I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm a terrible friend. I'm sorry, Yuri. I feel terrible just finding this out now. I'm sorry I never said anything. I left you guys in the dark for so long. I had to tell you eventually. Is there anything we can do to help, Yuri? You're very special to us. We may be just a club, but we're also your friends. We truly care about you. Aw. Yuri starts tearing up. Everyone gives Yuri a big hug. I love you all. I love you too, Yuri. We're always here if you need help. They release Yuri. We all sit in silence until Monica says something. Yuri, do you want to skip the performance? I don't want to force it on you. Yuri thinks for a moment. I initially thought Yuri was going to step down, but no, I'll do it. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Even I was a bit shocked at first. Are you sure, Yuri? You don't have to if you don't want to. I know I don't have to. I want to. I think I'm ready. Okay, everyone. Let's make this event something special. Yeah! The girls collectively cheer. This event is going to be great. Aw, they all got huggy again. How sweet. I, too, am a fan of hugs. Chapter 6, Yuri's Redemption. A few weeks later. And in my own mod, True Literature Club, I put a hug in each route. Anyway. It's the day of the talent show. I get a text from Monica that the talent show will begin at 11 a.m. Shortly after, I text Yuri to see how she's doing. She responds immediately. I'm doing fine. I'm ready for this. I smile to myself. She can do this. I know it. I finish getting ready and make my way to school. We all meet up at the club to rehearse. The girls seem to be very excited. Even Yuri doesn't appear to be worried. Okay, are you guys ready? Yep. I'm ready. I'm well prepared this time, I'd say. Wonderful, thank you for doing this, everyone. I know we can do it this time. All of a sudden, there's a message from the school's PA system. Attention, students. Those that are participating in the school talent show, please report to the theater. The rest that would like to watch the show will follow shortly afterwards. Thank you. Well, I guess we better get a move on. Let's do this. We arrive at the theater, and the teachers give us a rundown of who will be performing in order. Our group goes last. Sorry, just a second. Just a moment, I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the recording. Hi, sorry about the interruption there. My neighbors for some reason decide to have a loud conversation in the next room, and I was finding it distracting. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but yeah, very distracting, and it's making me self-conscious. And yeah, picking up where I left off. Yeah, our group was last. Okay, at the talent show, new background. Okay, everyone, let's go out there and give them the best performance possible. Talent show has been going on for almost 45 minutes. It's almost time for us to go on. Okay, students. She's a different voice for that. I don't know. No, I'm sticking to that voice. Up next is the school's very own literature club. Let's give them a round of applause. We receive a round of applause and walk onto the stage. We all bow to the audience. Monica walks forward. Hello, everyone. My name is Monica. I'm the president of the literature club. We're going to have a poetry performance from each of our members. I'll be the first one to... All of a sudden, Yuri interrupts Monica and speaks into her ear. Are you sure that's what you want, Yuri? Yuri nods. Okay, everyone. Yuri would like to start us off with a performance. Take it away, Yuri. Everyone sits in silence. Everyone has their attention on Yuri. She steps forward. She takes a deep breath. She then freezes entirely. Oh, no. Come on, Yuri. No. I'm trying to figure out why she's afraid all of a sudden. She's staring into the audience. I stare as well. Is it that Clyde guy again? Oh no, it's Clyde. He's staring at Yuri with a grin on his face. Yuri looks at me in fear. I give her a reassuring nod. Yuri takes a deep breath and relaxes once again. Yuri begins reciting her poem. She has a few bumps in the beginning, but eventually finds a rhythm and carries on like normal. She's doing amazing. She's reading it like she did when we had our first rehearsal. It's almost as if she's in a completely different world, not paying attention to her surroundings. Her voice is beautiful and grounded. She knows when to apply the right emotions and volume in her voice. Everyone is noticeably engaged, including the girls. I'm in complete awe at how well she's doing. Yuri finishes and there's nothing but silence. She snaps back into reality. Applause. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you could hear that. Okay, we'll put that back down again. It seems as if everyone else snapped back into reality as well. Yuri receives a huge round of applause from the teachers, students, and us. Students even gave her a standing ovation. Yuri's visibly blushing. The applause eventually dies down. Monica steps forward. Thank you for that outstanding performance, Yuri. Everyone once again gives Yuri a round of applause. She passes to the audience. She then steps back to let Monica speak. All right, next we have Sayori, our club's vice president. Yell give our performances and the crowd cheers with excitement. We exit the stage. Thank you to all of our students who performed today. This was an amazing show. The students start exiting the theater. The girls start packing their things and make their way out as well. Thank you once again for performing, everyone. You all did wonderful. Especially you, Yuri. Really, Natsuki? Yeah, you were incredible. Great job, Yuri. Thank you. You deserve it, Yuri. That's it for today. See you all tomorrow. The girls leave Yuri and I to ourselves. Did I actually do that well? I feel like I dozed off or something. You did an amazing job, Yuri. I'm not just saying that either. I give Yuri a hug. She returns my hug and gives me a small kiss. So, would you like to do, what would you like? Oh, I guess. What would you like to do to celebrate? Sorry. Yeah. What? It isn't even a typo. I just suddenly forgot how to speak English. So, what would you like to do to celebrate? I probably need more sleep or something. I just want to say I had an exhausting day at work. It was weird. You know, it's weird. It's my new job is selling stone countertops, which is it's kind of thing that no one buys every day. So it's like, you know, make a lot of money when you get a sale, but in the meantime, there's a lot of downtime. You know, there's a lot of time when there's just like nothing to do, so today was weird. It was surprisingly busy. It was just back-to-back customers, and I was just frazzled and frantic for a lot of it. I guess I'm still winding down from that. I'm just a little out of it. So, apologies. I'm going to continue. What would you like to do to celebrate? I had an idea in mind. Oh? Does that idea involve a date by chance? Not just any date. A date with you, Tormuse. Well, I would hope so. My cheeks turn bright red. Well then, shall we go? Yuri nods. She then grabs my hand as we walk out the theater together. We make our way to the school entrance, but Yuri stops in her tracks. Oh, Tormuse, I left my backpack at the club. Let's go and get it. Thank you, Tormuse. We turn around and make our way to the club room. Within a few minutes, we arrive at the club and enter. Immediately upon entering the club room, I feel uncomfortable. It's him again. Uh-oh. He's sitting at a desk fiddling with a pencil. He looks in our direction. Hey. What do you want now, Clyde? Why can't you just leave us alone? I'm sorry. Excuse me? I'm sorry. For everything. I look over at Yuri. Just like me, she appears to be very confused. After everything that he's done to her, why all of a sudden does he have a change of heart? What makes you think we should just forgive you? How do we know you're even being sincere at all? Okay, well, yeah. Tormuse knows what's what. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't even forgive myself. I feel bad for even coming here. I know you hate my guts, so I never want to see me again, but I felt I should explain myself, if I may. I patiently waits for an answer, continuing to twiddle with his pencil. Yuri nods at me. I begrudgingly motion for him to continue. A few years ago, I had a girlfriend. She was my best friend, and I loved her. And I loved her so much. Clyde begins to tear up as he explains himself. Unfortunately, she died in a car accident during a trip. It's kind of grim. That was the last time I ever saw her. I haven't felt the same since her death. I always blame myself for her passing. I spent many nights just wishing I could have her back. At least long enough to tell her how much she meant to me. Look, I'm really sorry about what happened to your girlfriend, but what exactly does this have to do with you mistreating Yuri? I guess I was just jealous. Huh? I guess it just pained me to see you guys so happy. It was the one thing that was missing from my life. I always tried to hide the fact that I was sad. In the end, I became someone I'm not proud of. I lost many people that were close to me because of my actions. I remained silent for a brief moment, collecting his thoughts. But seeing your performance, Yuri, it made me realize what a horrible person I was being to you and many others. You're a very talented person, and I tried to make everyone see you as the opposite. I wish I could take back everything I did. Look, I know what I did was wrong, and I don't expect you to forgive me. I just want you to understand. After hearing Clyde explain himself, I couldn't help but feel a little sorry for him. Yes, what he did to Yuri was inexcusable, but his apology felt genuine. I look over at Yuri. She looks at Clyde and smiles. I forgive you. Clyde looks up at Yuri. You do? I know what it's like to lose someone that's close to you. It's not an easy thing to get over. It's all in the past, though. You can't let her death affect you. It wasn't your fault, Clyde. What was her name, if you don't mind me asking? Molly. What a beautiful name. Molly wouldn't want you to blame yourself. I'm sure she'd want you to move on and grow from it. Don't you agree? Clyde nods in agreement. I know what you did was wrong, but I forgive you. However, can you forgive yourself? Ooh, hey, that's actually a really important question. Honestly, like generally speaking, forgiving oneself can be a really hard thing to do. I mean, speaking from my own experience anyway, I mean, I'm, in addition to being just generally prone to depression and anxiety, tend to beat myself up a lot over things. It's a hard lesson to learn, learning to forgive oneself. Anyway, moving on. He thinks for a moment. He then looks at me. It's okay, I forgive you too. He faintly smiles. Thank you guys. I don't deserve it, but thank you. From here on, I'm going to be a different person. It's what Molly would want from me. Clyde gets up from his seat. I guess I'll see you guys around then? Yeah, I guess you will. He offers me his hand. I shake it in return. He then turns to Yuri. Thank you, Yuri. It means a lot. She nods to him and he exits the club room. Yuri grabs her bag and we leave the school together. This day just keeps getting better and better. Epilogue. Oh, hey. All good things must come to an end. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound like a promising chapter. But, that did seem to be a climax of sorts, and says epilogue. Well, let's see how this goes. I mean, I had a feeling we were heading towards the end. That's what it kind of felt like we were heading towards the end. Let's see what happens. 4 months later. Hey, time jump. Oh, hey, I guess this is the therapy office. 4 months have passed, and the summer has finally arrived. We're currently attending one of Yuri's therapy sessions. You need music again. That's nice. A lot has happened since the talent show. Yuri's father has come home from his trip and has been regularly attending Yuri's therapy sessions along with me. Huh. It's like a group therapy thing. She stopped cutting altogether, not even getting the urge to do so anymore. At this rate, her therapist said that she'll no longer have to attend since she's been doing so well. During the first few sessions, she had a difficult time speaking. Now she's speaking with ease and hardly second-guesses herself anymore. I guess you could say Yuri has become more confident in herself. I honestly couldn't be happier for her. We wrap up Yuri's therapy session and have lunch with her father. It's nice just to settle down every now and then. The next day. My alarm goes off and I wake up. It's a beautiful summer day. A bright blue sky is present accompanied with very few clouds. Yuri and I were going to spend some time together. We're also planning to meet with the girls from the club sometime during the summer. We all were thinking about taking a trip to the beach. Speaking of the club, we actually managed to get some new members after the talent show. Oh, hey, that's neat. Not just that, but the students at school have been much more friendly to Yuri, complimenting her and all. Even Clyde has changed. Every time I see him now, he's always been very kind to others. We managed to have a happy ending after all. I also found the time to finally let Yuri read my paper about my person of inspiration. Aw. She teared up when reading and told me she loved it. Things have been looking up. I only hope it will stay this way. Sorry. That little the phrasing makes it sound like something bad's about to happen. I don't know, like the title of the epilogue saying all good things must come to an end. Does that mean that something bad is about to happen, or does that mean it's about to say the end, and it just means that it's the end? I don't know. I kind of feel I can go either way at this point. Let's see. Oh man, I don't want to be late. I get dressed and make my way out the door. I arrive at Yuri's house. I knock on the door. Yuri answers. Hey. Hey, Tormuse. Please come in. Thank you, Yuri. How are you feeling? Wonderful, thank you. And you? I've never been better. Yuri smiles at me gleefully. Would you like to continue where we left off? I'm ready when you are. Shall I get some tea to go along with it? Great idea. I'll get the book. I'll go make the tea. I'll meet you in the living room when I finish. I nod and make my way to the living room. Yuri goes to prepare some tea. I grab the book we've been reading off of the shelf and get a blanket for us. Shortly afterwards, Yuri comes back with a tea tray in her hands. She sets it on the table and pours some tea into my cup. She then hands it to me shortly after. Here you go, Tormuse. Smells wonderful. Yuri sits down next to me. I pull the blanket over us. We grab the book and assume our signature reading position. As we read, I glance at Yuri. She looks at me in return. As I stare into her beautiful eyes, I smile. She does the same. I'm happy to have her in my life. Happy with how she's grown as a person. And most importantly, I'm happy that she's here with me. That's all I could ever ask for. I honestly don't know what the future has in store for both of us, but I do know one thing. We'll be together to face it head on. Okay. Ah, okay. Woo! Go Metacrafter, yay! Good mod. That's a sweet little story. So yeah, yeah, that's cool. recognize a lot of the names from that list there. Angry Hedgehog, brilliant. Yeah, she did well too, actually. The voice acting was pretty nice as a nice addition to this. It was cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I did have, like, you know, a couple minor complaints about, it seems to ramble a bit here and there, like, there's some unnecessary details, like particularly the day after hey look, it's me. There was there was a period of time when Mattercraft was pelting with questions like coding related and in the on the subreddit. Anyway, yeah, there was that moment where oh hey, I guess I should read this. Dear player, thank you for taking the time to play Doki Doki Outcast. It's been an absolute pleasure developing it, and I cannot thank you enough for your support on this project. I hope you enjoyed playing and would love to hear what you thought. I'm not sure what my next project will be, but I hope it will be just as good, if not better, than DDO. Thanks again, everyone. Sincerely, Matt. Whoa, I finished reading that just in time. Hey, yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, aside from that aspect of it, and like, particularly like the day after the festival, I kind of felt like you could have removed that whole day and not missed anything. Like if I was doing it, I would have had, because the only thing that happened in that day was the club found out that that Yuri and MC were together, and they walk over to Yuri's house and say, hey, we should go on a date sometime, and then don't do anything while they're over at Yuri's house. So I kind of feel like it would have made more sense if during that little heartfelt meeting in the stairway, when they said they love each other, that would be a sensible time to go on to say, hey, we should go on a date. Like, that's like the most perfectly logical place for them to say that. And then when they get back to the club room, the others could have been like, so what were you and Yuri doing? Like, you came back together, like you're holding hands? You know what I mean? Like it would have made more sense for it to merge that with the festival day instead of having a separate day. That's my own opinion. But aside from that, it's a nice mod. It's a sweet little mod. Like, it's you get to you get to spend time with Yuri. You get to had some nice artwork, like that that CG with Yuri holding MC's arm. That's sweet. Like a lot of very kind of slice of life-ish kind of stuff, but it also dealt with some troubling issues like Yuri's self-harm and her sense of self-doubt and I like that they went to therapy and they got her dad involved and she shared with all her friends and they were all really supportive, and that's really sweet and touching, and that's nice. That's like at the time I was thinking, like, is it wise to share with them? Like, I don't know, like she one thing like she's super shy, and for another it's like do they actually need to know about this? Like, is the kind of thing is like, I don't know, like it might affect their opinion of her, but unfortunately they're all very good supportive friends, and so that worked out, and it's sweet. Yeah, that's cool. I have a feeling there are probably also bad endings along the way, like particularly that scene where I had the option of visiting her or not visiting her, and I walked in on her about to cut herself. I have a feeling that would have ended badly if I hadn't visited her. So I suspect that there are other choices along the way that would have made things go badly. And I also have a feeling that if I had confronted Clyde and his group of cronies, that might have also contributed to a bad ending. I suspect maybe it wouldn't have led through to the apology at the end. So that was a neat little touch. Is like, you know, long delayed. You know, what's the word for that? Chekhov's gun. No, it's Chekhov's gun is a plot device which gets set up early on to have a payoff later. This is I don't know. Whatever the trope is called. Anyway, it's anyway, it was it's a nice touch. I wasn't really expecting Clyde to come up with his own, you know, have his own little backstory and you know, apologize and be forgiven and stuff. That was cool too. Yeah. Like overall, you know, overall I like the mod. Like little bits here and there felt like, you know, maybe it dragged a little, but it had a good payoff at the end. So you know, overall I liked it, and yeah. So yeah, kudos to Mattercrafter on this mod, and yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about this. So yeah, I'm gonna end this recording now. Until next time.